Hey Phantom Fam, before we dive into today's video, I want to take a moment to address something very important. The content we're about to discuss includes sensitive topics, including suicide and mental health struggles. I understand that these subjects can be triggering or upsetting for some viewers. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of self-harm or suicide, please reach out for help. You are not alone, and there are people who care and want to support you. I encourage you to contact the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Or you can text HOME to 741-741 to reach the crisis text line. I know a 10-digit number isn't always easy to remember in a time of crisis, so you can also just simply dial 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at any hour in the day. This lifeline provides free and confidential support during your time of need. Your feelings matter, and there is hope for a brighter future. Thank you for taking care of yourself, and let's get into the video.
Welcome to the Demonotica channel, your portal into the paranormal, and welcome to another episode of Solitary Spooktober, where every single Friday in the month of October I'm going on investigations entirely alone. And tonight we are here at Hotel Boulderado. Before we get into the investigation and even into the history, I do want to put a little bit of a warning out there for you guys. A main topic of this investigation is going to be suicide. There are a lot of sensitive subjects that we are going to be covering in tonight's investigation, and if this is something that might trigger you, please just make the decision to step away, maybe go watch another one of my investigations. But I did want to put that warning out there for you guys. If that is something that would trigger you, that you have the option to click out before we go into the history. So without further ado, before we get into tonight's investigation, let's learn more about the location. Welcome to the enchanting history of Hotel Boulderado, a true landmark nestled in the heart of Boulder, Colorado. Its rich history reflects the vibrant spirit of the community and the allure of a bygone era. Construction of the Hotel Boulderado began in 1906, marking the beginning of a new chapter in Boulder's hospitality scene. This would be the first luxury hotel in the area, designed by the talented local architects, William Redding and Son. Their vision combined elements of Italian Renaissance and Spanish Revival architectural styles, creating a timeless elegance that would draw visitors from near and far. On New Year's Eve in 1908, the hotel held a grand gala ball, celebrating the anticipation of its opening day. The excitement was palpable as guests prepared to step into a new era of luxury and comfort. Finally, on New Year's Day, January 1st, 1909, Hotel Boulderado opened its doors to the public. It quickly became a favored destination for notable figures. Early guests included conservationist Enos Mills, celebrated actress Ethel Barrymore, and renowned actor Douglas Fairbanks. The hotel was not just a place to stay, it became a gathering spot for visionaries and legends, including the likes of Billy Sunday, Clarence Darrow, Helen Keller, Robert Frost, Benny Goodman, and Louis Armstrong. Among its many features, the hotel boasted a magnificent dining room that continues to be Boulder's oldest continually operating restaurant. Here, guests have shared countless meals, celebrations, and stories over the years, contributing to the hotel's rich tapestry of history. However, the history of Hotel Boulderado isn't without its challenges. In 1960, a fierce snowstorm struck, causing significant damage to two panels of the hotel's imported Italian stained glass. Though initially replaced by colored plexiglass, the original beauty was lovingly restored in 1977, returning the hotel to its former glory. Taking a step back for a second, in 1976, the Boulder Landmarks Board recognized the hotel's historical significance, approving it as a city landmark. This recognition further cemented its place in Boulder's heritage. In 1980, the hotel changed hands, ushering in another era of restoration and rejuvenation. By 1985, the Boulderado expanded with the addition of 61 new rooms in the new North Wing, accommodating the increasing number of visitors eager to experience its charm. By 1889, an event center and more rooms were added, enhancing the hotel's offerings for conferences, weddings, and special gatherings. On a significant note, in 1995, Hotel Boulderado was placed on the National Register of Historic Places, recognizing its architectural and historical importance. Today, Hotel Boulderado proudly retains its original elevator, which is the oldest operating elevator in Boulder, a charming reminder atmosphere of the hotel's storied past. From its grand opening over a century ago to its continued legacy as a cherished gathering place, Hotel Boulderado remains a testament to Boulder's rich history and vibrant community. Whether you're here for a stay, a meal, or simply to soak in the atmosphere, the Boulderado invites you to become part of its ongoing story.
Now, we shift our focus to the darker history of Hotel Boulderado. While it has been a cherished destination for many, it is also a site where sorrowful events unfolded. There are records of 3 notable self-induced deaths associated with the hotel, but many believe that there were countless others, as well as numerous natural deaths that occurred here. One of the most haunting incidents took place on July 17th, 1924. On that day, the body of Lou M. Pfeiffer was discovered in his hotel room. His wife, Mary Ellen Pfeiffer, had mysteriously disappeared approximately 12 hours after Lou's estimated time of death. 4 empty 2-ounce bottles of chloroform and a towel were found in Lou's hands, alongside a cone made of towels. This led authorities to speculate that it could have been an attempted double suicide. Lou and Mary had checked into the hotel under false names just 2 days earlier, identified later through letters, photographs, and a library card that was found in their luggage. While Lou was never seen again alive after check-in, Mary was frequently spotted on Wednesday, just a day after Lou's death. Disturbingly, on that Wednesday, Mary purchased additional chloroform from a local drugstore for cleaning purposes. She had also gone to another drugstore to try to purchase a pound of chloroform, but was turned away. She was last seen by a ticket agent who sold her a train ticket to Denver. Before leaving, a maid discovered a note on their hotel room door that read, "Do not disturb, sick man in room," which prevented staff from entering until Thursday when Lou's body was finally discovered. It is obvious that the couple had some type of suicide pact, but that Mary might have gotten cold feet after discovering Lou's lifeless body, or that she simply didn't have enough and that's why she went to the drugstores to try to get more. But nobody truly knows what happened on that fateful day, and nobody really knows what happened to Mary after that day. Aside from the Pfeiffer case, the hotel has witnessed other tragic events. Reports tell of an unnamed man who ended his life in a fire escape, and another who ended his life in his hotel room. While exact records from this time period are scarce, whispers suggest that many other self-induced deaths may have occurred here over the years, alongside numerous natural deaths. Interestingly, Hotel Boulderado has also influenced popular culture. The acclaimed author Stephen King stayed here and incorporated elements of its haunting atmosphere in his novels Misery and even The Shining, capturing the essence of its storied past. As we contemplate the duality of Hotel Boulderato's legacy, its moments of joy and the shadows of its past, we are reminded that every building has its own narrative. The lives that have touched this hotel, both in celebration and sorrow, contribute to its rich and complex history. Let's delve into the tales of its haunted past. Hotel Boulderado is not only known for its architectural beauty and storied guests, but also for the restless spirits said to roam its halls. Rooms 302 and 304 have long been rumored to be haunted. However, after renovations, the original room numbers have changed, and those spaces are likely now maintenance rooms. Despite this, reports of ghostly activity persist, especially on both the 3rd and 5th floors. Guests have reported sightings of a mysterious man with no eyes, who has been seen following female students from the University of Colorado Boulder. This unsettling figure adds to the hotel's eerie reputation. Visitors have also encountered an old lady sitting in a rocking chair, seemingly lost in time. On the top floor, a woman in a white dress is often spotted, adding to the spectral tales that swirl around this historic hotel. Another account from a Native American man who refused to enter room 304 due to a feeling of overwhelming dread. It was the only room available that night, so he chose to leave the hotel at 2 a.m. and seek refuge somewhere else. In 2007, the Boulder County Paranormal Research Society conducted an investigation at the hotel. While they didn't capture any significant evidence, they did record one single EVP on the 5th floor stair landing that simply said, "Careful." Guests often report feeling a presence in their rooms. Some have described the sensation of somebody sitting at the foot of their bed in the middle of the night, or the unsettling feeling of being watched as they sleep. Now that we've uncovered the hotel's tragic and haunted history, it's time to jump right into the investigation. Join me as I explore the mysteries that linger in the shadows of Hotel Boulderado, seeking to uncover the truth behind the whispers of the past. I just got out of the shower. I look crazy, but I was trying to shower and get ready before the investigation. One thing. Don't you just stop now the time I record. I hope you guys can see that. It's like barely doing it now. Okay, well that light was flickering like pretty good a second ago until I talked about it. While I was showering, this is the shower, this will all make sense. I heard a bang, bang, bang on this wall of the shower. It sounded like it was exactly right here, okay? I was right there. Also, just peep the double shower head for a moment. I'm so single, but that would be so cool. Anywho, what is exactly across from my shower? The closet wall. And the living room. Like, it's all a part of my own room. That light's not flickering anymore, so it's not an electrical thing. Now it is. What's weird is I don't think the camera's picking it up. There. It's flickering right now. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's very much flickering. I feel like the camera's not picking that up. Something weird that's happened now is these blinds. See how there's like a gap right there? This blind was pulled all the way to that white beam, and now it's opened again. Weird stuff keeps happening like that, or I leave a door closed and a door is open, like my closet door, and there's no way for you guys to know that, so I mean that'd be something easy for me to fake, so I don't expect you to take my word for it, but it's just something I'm noticing that's happening. I shit you not. That one? It did again. Yes, thank you. Can you turn it back on? Turn it back on, please. Right now. Oh, I'm so glad you guys got to see that. Alright, well, at least you guys got to see a good dim. Oh, it's crazy. Also, this mirror is gonna be pretty cool for the evening. There were a couple of strange things that have happened before. That's the fridge. There were a couple of strange things that have happened before I even turned on the cameras, but I was able to catch a couple of the weird light things and stuff like that on my phone. And as always, we're going to start things off by going lights out and doing a little bit of meditative silence just to tune myself into the energies. I think I'm going to set up my Phasm cam and this cam. I'll have Phasm cam probably on me, this cam watching maybe the REM pod, and I might even have the nighttime security cam going so that we can get a bunch of different angles in here, and we will go from there. Also, I know you guys are going to point it out, yes, I did get fangs. I know there's been a couple other YouTubers, specifically in the paranormal world, who have gotten these as well. but I've been wanting these for years and years, and I'm actually a part of the vampire with a Y community. So I couldn't help myself but to get some finally. Also, before we get into tonight's investigation, I do want to give a huge shout out and thank you. Because of 2 of my very loyal followers, I was able to go on this trip today. They sponsored this entire trip, and that is the reason that I'm able to bring you guys this video this week. So thank you very, very much to the both of you for sponsoring this trip and making this investigation possible. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be able to do this investigation tonight. Let's get right into lights out. Wow, I really cannot see like anything. There's a faint red glow over there from the REM pod, and then I can see the Phasm Cam recording light blinking, and I can see a tiny bit of light from the handy cam. Hey guys, editing Chella. I know you just saw my whole camera setup, and I had Phasm Cam pointed on me and handy cam pointed into the hallway by the bedroom on the REM pod. I don't know how this keeps happening, but that whole first segment of the video from the Phasm Cam, both the files are completely corrupt. I have no idea how this keeps happening, but I'm really discouraged about this because I don't know how this keeps happening. And the Phasm Cam was the cam that was on my face, so like these videos right here are old videos from Lumber Baron that I just forgot to take off. These would be the first segments of this investigation. Corrupt. Corrupt. And then everything else is fine, but this is way later in the investigation. I had some really good footage, really good back and forth on the REM pod. And so I guess this next segment of the video, you'll get to see the REM pod going off, and you'll still get to hear me talking and stuff, but there's going to be no footage that I got on my face for a long time, because the Phasm Cam was pointed on me, and both those files are corrupt. I absolutely have no idea how this keeps happening, but it's seriously so discouraging and frustrating because I put a lot of work into these videos, and then when you lose like huge portions of your video, it's really discouraging. So I'm sorry guys, but the next section of the video is just going to be on the REM pod, and you'll hear me talking and stuff, but there's going to be no footage from the Phasm Cam. So if you want to watch that, great. If you don't, you can just skip ahead to the next segment of the video. This really sucks. I just ran the corrupt file through one of those like video repair websites, and this is the repaired video. What even is this? It won't even play or anything. What happened to my video? Thankfully, I do have footage from the little nighttime security cam. You're still not gonna get me. It's gonna be like my foot, but at least will be a different angle because I forgot to turn night shot on too on the handy cam for a second. That was my bad, but I don't know what happened to the first couple videos. Interestingly enough, I'm looking at reviews for the Phasm Cam, and I'm not the only one. This person is having issues with memory cards not being compatible. And then on the actual Ghost Stop website, this person is having corrupted or missing files, trying different SD cards, different settings, and still having bad files. I don't think that this is anything from the spirits doing, although they're able to mess with equipment like that. But the fact that it's always the Phasm Cam that I'm losing so much footage from, I think there's some type of issue with the Phasm Cam itself. It just really sucks because you spend a lot of money on equipment like this just for it to completely ruin some of your evidence that you pick up on an investigation. Like, it's really frustrating. To the spirits of Hotel Boulderado, my name is Chella. I'm a paranormal investigator. Basically, I'm just here to talk to spirits. Anybody that wants to come forward and talk to me and spend some time with me, I know that there's a lot of tragedy that's happened here. I wanted to come here and let you know that you're not alone. Bring you some comfort, or just a friend, or anything like that. Or if you feel stuck, if there's any way that I can help you. But I'm not here to just help you cross on. That's not my purpose here. My purpose here is just to talk to you. And if you're wondering why all the cameras are on, this is just giving me... Hello. Hi. This is, I forgot to turn night shot on. Sorry guys. There we go. Hi. If you're wondering why all the cameras are on, this is just giving me an opportunity to show people out there that the spirit world is very much real, and that there is a life kind of after death, that there's something that happens to us after death, that we don't just completely disappear. And so I have these cameras on so that I can videotape this experience to educate people that you are real. And if there's anything that you want to share about your story, that this is an opportunity for you to share your story with a wider audience, if that's what you want to do. I want to look up those names really quick. I know one of you is Lou Pfeiffer. From my understanding, you had a very tragic ending here in this hotel. Mr. Lou, Mr. Pfeiffer, hi. So that device that you're playing with, that's called a REM pod. And basically what it does is, as you can see, when you go up to the antenna or anywhere near that little puck, it just sets those lights off. It lets me know that you're over there and you're near that device. It also can pick up on different temperature changes and stuff like that. If this is Lou here right now, will you make it blink 3 times in a row? Whoa. That was 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, if this is Lou, I want you to make it stop, and don't make it blink at all for the next 10 seconds, okay? Alright, if this is Lou, make it blink 3 times. I swear I just saw a figure move. You made it stop for a while, but I'm not sure if this is Lou still. If this is Lou Pfeiffer, could you make those lights, that green light, go 1, 2, 3 times? Make it blink 3 times if it's Lou. If it's not Lou, but I'm speaking to somebody else, could you make it blink 5 times? One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. So it's somebody else. It's not Lou. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Did you pass away here? Did you pass away here? Let's do 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no. Were you somebody that died by their own hands here? Blink 1 for yes, 2 for no. Three times if you don't want to answer the question. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That click sound and rattling sound now is a mini fridge. I hope it's not too loud for you guys, but I just wanted to point out what that noise was. Alright, so that wasn't really an answer, because that blinked way more than the times today. Did you pass away by your own doing? Blink one time for yes. You did. Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. Did you feel like that was your only option? There was a noise just to my left that I'm not sure how to explain. It was like a... I don't know how... I can't even like... That was really silly, I'm sorry. I can't recreate it as a human. It sounds like if somebody flicked a light bulb or something, like... There it is again. Glass and hollow. There's a vase over this way on the table. Yes. Did you flicked the vase? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me and letting me into your space. I know it can't be easy to talk about these things, but I hope that I can be somebody that you can trust to speak with about this. And I want to let you know that I'm here for you. No? Or maybe that was 3 times. You don't want to answer. Are you nervous to talk to somebody about what happened to you? Do you regret it? You don't regret it? Okay. Here, I just heard like footsteps or something to the left of me, and then something to the right of me. That could have been the fridge. I'm not sure what happened to the left of me though. Are you pacing? Are you like walking in circles? Like this? Over by the REM pod, back by me, over by the dining table. This is just one of the many devices that I have. No, you're not walking in circles? Oh. Oh? That device that you're playing with is just one of many devices that I have here tonight. This is my cell phone, and on my cell phone I have a device called Necrometer. When I turn that on, it's basically a word bank, and it gives you the opportunity to speak out loud, and it kind of picks up on the words you're saying, whether that's singular words, phrases, a whole sentence. And that way we can have a little bit of a back and forth communication if that's something that you'd be interested in. It looked like there was somebody sitting in this back chair. I think that camera's kind of pointed because I can barely see. It could have been the lamp behind it, but I don't know. It looked very... I don't know. Anyways, we can have that back and forth communication if you would like to. And then I have some cat balls. They're these tiny little balls that are meant for cat toys. They have lights inside, and basically when you roll them around or move near them, it makes them light up a bunch of colors. So I could set those about, and you can move near them, and it gives me another opportunity to show where you could be at in the room. I have REM pods still. There's so much happening right here. Whoa. Are you standing right in front of me? Could you let go? If this is somebody doing this, could you step away from this device for a minute? Step away from the device. It's going more dim. Oh. Is this interference? I don't know what could be causing this. Right. I don't know if... I thought the device was maybe malfunctioning, but my phone is this far away from it. You guys know how close like a electronic device has to be. There's no lights on. I do have a lot of cameras in this little area, so that could be a possibility. Hi, if you're here, could you go in front of the yes post-it note and make that ball light up? You might have to move around pretty close to it. As you guys can probably see in this camera, it might be a little dark until something lights up. But there's 3 post-it notes and 3 cat balls on the floor, each corresponding to an answer. There's a post-it and a cat ball that says yes, a post-it and cat ball that says maybe, a post-it and cat ball that says no. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear my notifications, turn on airplane mode, and we're gonna open up that device I was telling you guys about that's called Necrometer. This is that word bank that gives you guys the opportunity to speak out loud. You can say single words, phrases, a whole sentence. And then to clarify things, I'm gonna ask you to go up to one of those post-it notes with a ball in front of it, and whatever answer you wanna give me, whether it's a yes, maybe, or no, if you'll go in front of it and make that ball light up. Wow. See, that is going crazy. Even in the Victor Hotel investigation, I did not get that much activity on the REM pod. And if it was like the chair or something setting it off, it would be constant. And I showed you guys how close I have to get for it to actually go off. So I don't think it's... I think it's legit. This, I'm not sure. There are a lot of devices nearby. There are a lot of electronics nearby. So I don't know if it's because I'm surrounded by like 3 camera sources. And that camera thinks that I saw the lights on. I'm trying to wait a second so I can get this one to record. So it's having a network error. Oh, it's because I turned airplane mode on. Okay. We're gonna leave it in airplane mode and just, we won't have that cam for this segment. I think I should do a 3 a.m. challenge in the mirror. Yes, you think so too? Okay. Alright, I'm turning on this device now. First word is always a configuration. Actor. I always want to think about the first word, but it's like, I feel like, because there's always a single word that comes on every time you turn on a necrometer, and I feel like that first word is configuration. To the spirits of Hotel Boulderado. Hi. You're here with me right now? Do you want to come speak into this device and talk to me, have a conversation with me, get to know one another, share more about your story and why you're here? please go up to those cat balls?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Make a noise.
Okay, are you gonna make a noise for me? At 4 o'clock? Or is that a direction that you're gonna make a noise from?
Elderly people.
Elderly people.
You must be careful.
You must be careful. That's literally something that a researcher got in their EVP is be careful. Elderly people, you must be careful. What do I need to be careful about? Like, that's not a necrometer thing that people got. That's literally an EVP. I have goosebumps. This is whoever that researcher talked to. I'm glad this is a
9.
9. Room 509. Room 309. That blinked once. Make it blink one more time if you said 309. Room 309. Does room 309 have a significance to you? 9. It's 9 p.m. It's almost 10. But it is 9 p.m. Hi, again. The amount of technical errors in this video and past videos, but this one especially, is just insane. I'm trying to piece together the footage from Handycam and the little night cam thing, and I keep lining up the audio perfectly to where it's exactly in segment with each other, and then the night cam keeps like jumping ahead like a ridiculous amount, and none of it fits together anymore. And like the only way would be for you guys to literally just stare at the super dark Phasm, or the super dark Handycam that's just on the REM pod. So I don't think that's like gonna be a good viewer experience. This is crazy how much stuff has been going wrong, and I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I think we'll just jump ahead to the next segment of the video. Nothing incredibly important happened, except they did say ghost box and no results. They were either trying to tell me that there were no good results coming from necrometer, or that they had tried to use a spirit box before and didn't get good results. I wasn't really sure, but I decided to go ahead and do a spirit box session. So we'll jump ahead to that footage now. Okay, so either I'm an idiot, which is very likely, or something weird happened. I went into my room a little while ago, grabbed out the spirit box and the laser grid stuff. I went over to the bench over there and sat it down. The laser grid is over there with the little tripod to hold it up. And I had this on the bench with me, and then I couldn't find it anywhere. And it was in my room, so either I'm an idiot and thought I grabbed it and I didn't, or it ended up back in my room. Either could be completely possible. I will leave that up to you guys. I have no idea. Truthfully, do not know why this is. Both the REM pod and this have been going crazy. I'm interested to try to get some EVPs later, especially because somebody told me to be careful, and it was probably the same spirit that told the investigators that took an EVP here. They said over the EVP to be careful, so it's really interesting. Alright, you did say ghost box, no results. I'm not sure if you were saying that the necrometer wasn't pulling up enough results, or if this isn't pulling up results in the past. But we're gonna give it a try. With this, you can just speak out loud, okay? A girl. He's here with me right now. The entire Is Lou here? This might seem silly, but I think I'm gonna move Handycam like over to the table over there, because where I'm sitting at right now is right in front of the door to my room, and I don't want to be too loud for the other guests here. If I go kind of in the middle over there, it might not be too loud. Let's try to do that. I'm gonna be in this little corner area over here for the spirit box session. Hello, are you here?
My brother was little. I didn't really remember.
I don't really. There was like a whole sentence. My bedroom was lit up. I don't really remember. Something I don't really remember. Do you not remember what happened to you here? Do you not remember how you died?
There's a lot of
Something about doorbells?
What's going on?
It said, where? What's going on? I'm just trying to talk to you. It said, wall be down. Hi, sir. How are you? Something ability. Whoever said, well, I'll be damned, are you still here? I want to talk to you. Are you still here? Try to talk one at a time so I can hear you guys' voices clear. That was something. I'm not sure what that was. I didn't make that out. Can you try that again?
We're going to the divisional.
Do you like, we're gonna go... I didn't make out that whole sentence either. Can you tell me who I'm talking to? Is this Lou? Yes, and then I heard the people, it's evil. I'm not sure. By all means. Thirsty? You're thirsty? So here's the story. Okay, I'm listening. bad fun. And my heart is cold, my heart is sold. The REM pod's picking up a temperature change. The warrior? Is that gentleman still here? You said you were going to tell me the story. I would love to hear about it, if you want to tell me. It's pretty quiet now. Are you still here? You can communicate and I can... Yes, you can communicate. Are you excited to be able to talk to somebody? I'm really happy to have the chance to talk to you. Could you tell me your name? Teachers Union? There's something that I can... And then show you're interested? God, what a wonderful time. Did you have a good time when you were here? Did you have like a 40 or 50? Did you hear it that time? I heard 40 or 50 if that's what you said. You were talking about having a fun time here. Do you have a party or something? How did you pass away? Something with a W. Scientist called. Is this Lou? Are you one of the people that took your life here? Or did you die from...
Contact boson law.
Like all the other...
It's hard to believe.
First, it's hard to believe. Commerce City, is that where you're from?
Smart life.
Smart life. You lived a smart life? Were you a scientist? Did you die from natural causes here? There's so many things. This month. There's just a noise to my right. Okay. Do you not remember how you passed away? Just felt like somebody lightly touched my shin right here. Did one of these. There's definitely noises to my right. And this is quiet now. Isn't that fun? Connection? Are you enjoying having somebody to talk to here? I really like whoever I'm talking to right now. You seem like a really interesting person to talk to. Are you still here? Through the lens, reading some of the stories. Individual homeowner? The years has made him. Were you a homeowner? Then you and said. Something about war. The grandpa's doing something. And our teachers, there was something about a teachers union earlier. Were you a science teacher? You said something about science. Were you a science teacher? I'm so sorry to pause that, but I have to go to the restroom. Something with myself. It was just straight up laughter. What are we laughing at? Computer algorithm? Not a pulse production something. Can you tell me who I'm talking to right now?
Time and money.
Time and money, huh? Every purchase. Were you a salesperson? Start FM for a second. Who's here with me right now? That was interesting. There's a whole new voice. Taking the lives of How did he pass away?
I'm not expect.
Something I'm not expecting.
For life.
Our life. What can you tell me about yourself? Something partner? Did you have a partner? A husband or a wife? Boyfriend or girlfriend or something? Or like a business partner? Are you running out of energy right now? Naked? The bills can't handle. And is anyone taking?
If he leaves by less than 8 points.
If they leave, something the point, I don't know.
To our national anthem.
7 years
7 years
in prison.
of prison.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
4, 3.
I think this is just picking up. Too much of the actual radio channels. I want to get one of those spirit box attachments that drowns out everything pretty much except for the actual voices that come through. It's like a noise compressor type thing. It's one of the next devices I want to get. I haven't been getting much. I think I'm going to turn this off. Alright, so we weren't getting a lot in the spirit box. We've picked up a few things, and the REM pod's definitely gone off a ton, but it's not going off very much anymore. It's in like the same spot that it's been in, but it's not really going off a ton. I'm wondering if the spirits used up a lot of their energy and they're kind of drained right now. So I think I might shut off all my camera and equipment and give them some time to recharge their energy. And then I think I'm gonna go around and take some EVPs. I'm gonna try to take some EVPs here in the rooms. And then if there's not too many people out in the halls and stuff, especially, I don't know, I think I had a stroke, especially on the 3rd floor, I think I would like to walk around a bit out there and see if I can pick up some EVPs, and I will see you guys in maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. Just as I talk about REM pod not going off, it goes off one more time. I think they were agreeing about having a break. This just has to be interference of some kind, surely, right? Alright, while I continue to have my break, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Q&A. There wasn't a crazy amount of questions that ended up coming through. I just thought it would be a fun video idea. But for the questions that were asked, I'm gonna go ahead and answer those now. And then we're gonna do an EVP session with all of the questions that were asked from you guys to see if we get any answers. After we do this Q&A, I'm gonna go ahead and wait until 3 a.m. and walk around the top floor, the 3rd floor, and take a few different EVP recordings in different locations. There was a man who took his own life by one of the fire exits, so if we can find even just one of them, I want to take some recordings there. There's a woman in white that's seen walking around the 5th floor, which we're on right now, so we might ask some questions and see if we can get any answers about her and any answers about Lou. We'll just walk around a bit and take a whole bunch of EVPs and come back in here and listen to them. I also want to do a completely lights out challenge where I'm just looking in the mirror and inviting whoever to come hang out with me and appear to me. So we might do a mirror challenge at 3 a.m. and then go walk around and do the EVPs. But let's get right into the Q&A. First, from Dirk Rowley 1156. Do you live in Colorado? Yes, I live in Colorado. That's why every single one of my investigations have been here in Colorado. I am a native here, and I'm just trying to cover every possible haunted location that I can in the state of Colorado, and there's so many. But I do want to save up and start traveling as well. This isn't really a question, but it is a comment I kind of wanted to address. It's from Andon Croft. He says, "Cool name for a ghost hunting channel. I just hope you don't make claims of a demon attacking you. We already have too many people lying about that. I'm not judging you. 98% of ghost hunting channels lie and deceive, fake evidence, and lie about the property, make ridiculous claims, overreact to noises that have no supernatural cause. Gets tiring all the fakery in every channel. Hope you guys are honest and transparent." First of all, I completely understand. There is so many channels out there who just want to get views, and it's just pushing out fake content, so I understand. The first part, I just hope you don't make claims of a demon attacking you. I know talk of demons is used as like a clickbaity thing and to get viewers' attention in a lot of investigations, and it's unfortunate that that happens and it gives a really bad rep, but demons do very much exist. So if I go to a place where there is a demon infestation, which is very likely, and I get attacked or I get some type of activity that shows me that this is exactly a demon, I'm gonna be honest about that. I'm gonna be transparent about that because demons very much exist. I do think it's silly. Most poltergeist activity, people end up claiming that it's demon activity and they don't know any better. But I have done a lot of house cleansings and work with people who have been possessed and have infestations. There's a really loud truck passing. That's where I got my start, was doing a lot of house calls, and I did do a lot of work with demonic activity. So I am going to make claims of a demon attacking me if that happens. I do understand where you're coming from, but demons are also very much real, so if something happens, of course I'm going to talk about it. But I also know the difference between poltergeist activity and demon activity, and most of the time you have a poltergeist on your hands. Anywho, I know that wasn't a question, but it was an interesting comment that I wanted to address. I have quite a few questions from Atrocious3 or Atrocious A3. I'm not really sure how to say your name, I'm very sorry. You asked, origin of name, both real name and YouTube name, like is Chella short for blank? Chella is short for something, but the reason I cut out my real name, I don't really want my real full name on the internet personally, so I'm not going to go into that. The origin of my YouTube name, originally made the name to be like a stage name because I want to start making metalcore music, and so I originally came up with it to be like a stage name, and I liked the idea of it being like a sea demon type thing, so like demon and then nautical. I don't know, I just kind of threw the two things together to be like a sea demon. And once I put the two together in my head, it kind of just stuck. Your next question, Atrocious A3, What other kit do you investigate with other than what we see on camera? I'm not sure what you mean. What other kit do I investigate with? If you mean other equipment, you guys pretty much see most of the equipment that I use. However, I do investigations a little bit differently when it's just myself. I mostly use pendulums and dowsing rods. I do use tarot cards as well. I feel like it's easy to get very specific messages across with tarot cards. I don't show you guys any of that because that would be something for me to easily manipulate, maybe. I don't know how I would do it, but I know that would look very skeptical, look very sketchy from your guys' point of view. So I don't really do readings very often, actually at all, for the channel. But I do tarot readings, I use pendulums, dowsing rods. Those are kind of the other things that I'll use. I'll hold actual seances, and a lot of it is just talking out loud and getting the spirits to tap on the wall for yes or no, things like that, flickering lights. A lot of it is just tuning myself into the energy, and a lot of it's just very intuitive when I'm doing it by myself. So I feel like when I'm not recording, I don't use as much equipment as I use for YouTube. But it's harder to prove those type of things, and I'm trying to give you guys evidence, so I feel like my regular methods wouldn't look as genuine to you guys, if that makes any sense. Alright, another comment from Atrocious A3. Thank you for sending all these questions in. There wasn't a lot of questions that came through, so I appreciate you. What type of gear do you use? I mean, you guys see the gear that I use in all my videos. I use my REM pods, cat balls, spirit boxes, the Necrometer app, infrared camera, and then I now have that little night vision camera, security camera type thing. Dowsing rods, pendulums, I have those little spirit lights and spirit flashlights. I think that's pretty much all the equipment that I have at the moment. Pretty much everything that you guys see in my YouTube videos. Any before or after care like spells or cleansings? Once again, I do have some videos out there. I have a video of making a protection amulet, and I put that mostly on other people to protect them when they're on investigations with me. However, I personally feel like it can deter some spiritual activity, so for me, I know how to ground myself, and so like a before investigation type ritual, I kind of just like to get myself hyped up. Get myself into a very, I don't know, hyped up state where my energy's amped up. So whether that's like having a little dance party, having fun doing my makeup, this sounds really silly, but I like to get really hyped up and get my energy up. I like to meditate as well and do a lot of grounding rituals to make sure that I'm completely in control, completely aware of my space and my surroundings. So a lot of preparation before an investigation is raising my own energy, and then kind of grounding it back down, if that makes sense. For aftercare, I do have a video on how I cleanse as well. I like to use an herb blend mix. I like to use sage, palo santo, lemongrass sometimes, cedar. I like to use a blend of different cleansing herbs, and I'll use that on myself, all the belongings I brought with me on an investigation, and then I'll completely cleanse my home when I get back. And I think it's really important to make sure you get like the corners and stuff like that, because that's where stagnant energy likes to go hide. Even if we don't get spirit attachments with us, a lot of the time we can bring negative energy from investigations. That doesn't even have anything to do with a ghost or a spirit. But if there was something tragic that happened, like these last few investigations, or any investigation I've been on, you can kind of hold the weight of that feeling with you. So when you get back into your space, you want your home to be your safe space, and so making sure you clear out any stagnant energy, not only the day you get back, but over the next few days. I hope you guys heard that. It was like a whistly whimper. Is there somebody here with me right now? And then there was a noise at my door right there. Are you joining me for the Q&A? Interesting. I feel like general self-care is important too after an investigation. It's so mentally, spiritually, and physically exhausting, especially if you're very sensitive to stuff like this. So I feel like just regular self-care can be really important too, and getting good sleep. I can go super in-depth into these topics, but I don't want to bore you guys. The Blazin' King on Instagram asked, Halloween coming up, any ideas on what you're gonna be? Well, that is top secret. I will absolutely be posting pictures of both of my costumes on Instagram, so you guys can go see those on the Instagram when it is time. But I will not be telling you guys what it is until you see it. I will drop a hint though. One of them is a Tim Burton character, and the other one is a gender-bent version of a very popular killer movie. So I will leave you with those clues, but you will have to wait. Atrocious A3, again, you suggested having a plasma ball to provide energy. I think that's a great idea. Another person suggested a Jacob's ladder, and I think that looks really cool, but it looks dangerous too. And I'm clumsy, and I'm really afraid that I would electrocute myself or something. So I might try the plasma ball. That seems like an interesting idea. And on to your questions. Favorite horror movie? So I really love the Evil Dead movies. Even the old corny ones, every single one of the Evil Dead movies are top tier comedy for me. Like, they're not even horror movies, they're just funny. I love the Evil Dead movies. If we're talking sci-fi horror, I love the Alien movies. I still have not seen the brand new one, and I need to so badly, but I love the Alien movies. I love Evil Dead, and Hereditary is so good too. Favorite normie movie? See, that one's gonna be harder because I don't know. I was gonna say Last Voyage of the Demeter, but that's not a normie movie. That goes back to horror. I love that movie though. Elemental? You see, it's either horror or cartoons. I feel like I don't have any in between. What even is a normie movie? Like superhero movies and shit? I like Venom. Venom's good. I have no idea. We're just gonna go with Elemental. What got you into paranormal investigation? I've had a few experiences, like the experience with Robert, and I have a story time I actually want to do with you guys that was at my old house, and it involves finding human remains and being haunted by the person whose remains I found. So those two things combined like opened my eyes at a very young age to the paranormal, and I think I had even more experiences than that. And I just became very intrigued in it, and I noticed that I was very sensitive to it. I was able to pick up on energies and spirits like everywhere I went, it seemed. And I just started doing investigations at people's houses. It was like I started attracting people into my life who had a haunting at home and stuff like that. And so they would invite me into their spaces and let me do investigations there. And so I would, from a pretty young age, was starting to do house calls, and first it just was like a fun thing and learning, and then it became people would call me if they had like a very serious haunting in their house. And I even had a friend who called me about his little brother, and his family even got involved in bringing me over. They believed he was possessed, and he was most certainly. And so I did like a full cleansing of him. I just really enjoyed doing house calls for a long time. Do you guys hear that? The f***ing TV just turned on. I'll get this on video, no cuts or anything right now. I hope you guys hear that. You hear that, right? The TV just turned on. Okay, well, I'm gonna go turn that off before I continue. Sorry. That was weird. I'm just sitting here doing my Q&A, talking about creepy stuff, and my TV just turned on. I really hope that the audio from the TV picked up, because it's way off in the living room in the far corner, and the volume was pretty low. I really hope it picked up, because if my camera was not on right now, I don't know that you guys would have believed that. That's crazy. Motivation for YouTube content creating. I've just always wanted to do YouTube. I grew up watching YouTube and was a very sad, lonely, autistic child. And YouTube was... I watched a lot of YouTube, especially being homeschooled too. I didn't have a lot of socialization, so I just got really into watching different YouTubers. And I started seeing people being able to make a living off of it. And I just always knew that I wanted to do something with content creation, and I didn't want to just have a regular 9-to-5 job. I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet. I've always had a million things that I want to do at the same time and not enough energy for all of it. And I started doing gaming videos, and then it kind of was feeling like a chore to game, so I could put out a video every week and to like perform, as weird as that sounds. But I wanted to like be funny in the content and stuff, and then it just wasn't really paying off. Like, I wasn't getting a lot of views or anything. And I was like, well, this isn't what I'm really passionate about. I want to do YouTube, yes, but what is it that I'm really passionate about that I can do? And well, paranormal investigations. So it just kind of made sense that this is what I should do for YouTube. I do really, really, really miss my gaming videos though. So I kind of want to make a Demonautica gaming channel and repost all my old videos, and then start making more gaming content and start streaming again with no set schedule. Just whenever I want to make a gaming video, I'll put it out there. So if that's something you guys would watch, let me know in the comments, because I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna end up having so many channels that I rarely post on except for this one, because I'm also gonna have a music channel and I have my health channel. But there's so much I want to do. I thought this was a question because there's a question mark, but David Finney-GM3IJ asks, I love you and the video? Question mark. Okay. Alright. Fire Chaser 21 asks, how did you get into the paranormal and record videos and post them? What is you scared's place you been to? For the first part of the question, I don't want to rant too much. I feel like I kind of already answered that in the last question. I hope I covered that well. I'm still learning how to record videos and how to edit though. I'm not new to the paranormal. I've been doing this for like 8 years. It's been over 8 years. But I've only been recording any type of YouTube content for a single year. So I'm very new to using camera equipment and I'm not very good at it, but I'm learning. What is you scared's place you been to? I assume you mean what's the scariest place I've ever been to? And I think that probably has to go back to the 12-year-old boy who was dealing with a demon infestation. And it wasn't that the place itself, like the apartment that they were living in, it wasn't that the apartment was itself was scary. It was him. Not him, not the real boy, but I'm a real boy. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's serious. It's serious. I can't. Not the actual boy himself, but what was attached to him and possessing him. That's what was scary. There are a lot of details that I just don't want to put out there just because it was a little boy we were talking about, and I feel like I want to keep what happened to him very private unless one day he's older and wants to share his own story for himself. I don't think that's one that I'm just gonna put on the internet. The actual scariest place I've ever been to, where maybe I felt the most uneasy, probably the Outlaw Lawman Jail Museum or the Victor Hotel. Those were both investigations where I actually did get scared, and it takes a lot for me to get like truly scared, but both of those definitely, yeah, either one of those for sure. Alright, I think that wraps up the questions for me. Now we're gonna go ahead and do an EV Now we're gonna go ahead. I'm tired. Now. This. Alright. To the spirits of the hotel, if you want to come spend some time with me, my viewers actually have some questions for you guys. If you would like to come and answer those, this device in my hand is called an EVP recorder. It's basically just an electronic voice recorder. So I'm going to ask you questions out loud, and then I'll give you a moment of time in silence to give you enough time to answer. And then I'll move on to the next question, give you a moment of silence to answer, and so on. We have just a few questions for in here, but I am also going to go out into the hallways and ask some questions as well. But to get things started, these are all questions from my viewers. So if you are willing to come answer those for these guys, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Armageist asks, can you see daylight or nighttime? Can you see the moon and the stars? This is just me flipping this over. Atrocious A3 asks, do you know that you've passed away? If you answered yes, what keeps you here? Flipping this again. Oh, yeah, I think that's it. That's it from viewer asked questions. So I'll stop that recording. Let's go ahead and listen to that back. Armageist asks, can you see daylight or nighttime? There's definitely something. There was a male voice. I'll play it back again for you guys in a second. And I'll do an enhanced audio when I get home. Can you see the moon and the stars? There's definite voices. Atrocious A3 asks, do you know that you've passed away? I don't hear anything on that one. If you answered yes, what keeps you here? Nothing on that one either.
It's too please wait.
Here it is.
Armageist asks, can you see daylight or nighttime?
See, there's something right there. Just in the very beginning of that recording.
Can you see the moon and the stars?
There's something right there too. I don't know what yet, but it's something.
It's just me flipping this over.
And then I didn't
Atrocious A3
hear anything from the other two. I'll enhance the audio when I get home. Now that we did those EVP sessions and the Q&A, I am going to wait for about an hour until 3 a.m. I'm going to do a mirror challenge at 3 a.m. and then I'm gonna go walk around and take some more EVPs. So I will see you guys in about an hour. And it's 3. Okay. It is so dark. All I can see is the red light from... It's so dark. I swear I just saw something next to me. That mimicky sound is happening again. And I'm wondering if it's just an echoey. The walls are echoey. I'm nervous. Okay. Since the veil is the thinnest, I'm gonna go ahead and invite the friendly spirits of the Hotel Boulderado. If you are able to show yourself to me through this mirror, if you would like to do that. There's a click sound over there, and then there was something behind me. This is so intimidating. I have no idea what you guys are seeing in the camera. I can like barely see myself. And I look really creepy. I mean, that's pretty normal. I generally look pretty creepy. But I look like extra creepy right now in the mirror. Don't really like looking at myself for too long. Is there anybody, any of the friendly and nice spirits of the Hotel Boulderado who wants to show themselves to me? I know mirrors are like portals. It could be an easier way for you to show yourself to me if that's something you want to do. If not, you don't have to. I never set a certain amount of time that I have to do this for, so I guess I just do it until I chicken out. But it's so dark, and I'm really excited for this portion to be over, because then after this I just gotta go walk around and do EVPs, and it's very bright out there. Normally I don't like lights and I don't like bright lights, but I'm actually really nervous. It's not like anything crazy's happened tonight. It's just the general energy, I guess, of the place. It's so hard to tell in the dark if your eyes are playing tricks on you. I swear I just saw someone in the doorway. It's so hard to say though, because it's like when it's this dark, your eyes play a lot of tricks on you. But it's also easier for spirits to show themselves. So I don't know if what I'm seeing is spirits or my mind being really rude to me. Or both. I'm laughing and I'm talking so I can pretend like I'm not terrified right now. It's spooky enough doing a investigation by yourself, but then this, like doing challenges like this, is extra creepy. And the scariest part about this investigation will be that I have to look at myself for this long. I'm trying to focus on the other parts of the room. Cause like my fangs and stuff even in this dark. Cause all I can see is the tiny bit of red light coming off the Phasm cam. That probably looks way brighter than it really is for you guys. It's just like the infrared, which we can't see infrared, but I turned on the actual red light. So it's not too dark. So I have this tiny little bit of red light. And my fangs look so creepy. I just saw somebody sit in that chair again. There's somebody that really likes that far chair in that corner by the, under the lamp. And I thought I was seeing the lamp, but the lamp's above it. And I feel like I keep seeing somebody like sit down in it, you know? I do have the REM pod on, and I have a line of cat balls. None of them have been going off. It's probably because they're over here trying to show themselves to me. If you've been trying to show yourself to me, but I haven't been able to see you, will you go make one of my devices over there go off? If that red pod just went off, I would have, I don't know, cried a little bit maybe, peed a little bit, both, cried and peed, all over the historic daybed. I'm so nervous. There's a noise over there. Can you go make one of my devices go off? I want to make sure that camera's still recording. That thing's been having some issues tonight. See, it's not recording anymore. And I want you guys to have that angle. Now, see, I'm recording it. I think I just seen an orb. Ooh, I shouldn't watch that. Because if I see creepy stuff that's like actively happening, I'll watch it later. I'll wait to be scared later. I really wanted to talk to that gentleman who was on the spirit box. I don't know, he sounded fun. And like a fun guy to talk to. Maybe after I do EVPs, we could try spirit box one more time. It is late at night and I don't want to disturb all the guests, but I do really want to talk to that gentleman again. Maybe we can turn on Spirit Talker or Necrometer and see if we can talk to him again. He seems like a cool guy. Are you here with me right now? That guy who was talking to me on the Spirit Box earlier? I'm surprised the REM pod's not going off anymore. Can you go make some of those devices go off? Go touch that one with the big antenna. I pulled up the whole antenna, right? Probably. There's noises behind me. I turn upside down and there's just somebody like hovering over me. See, the trick is to make up all the scary scenarios in your head, and then they don't happen in real life. And if they do, you already mentally prepared for it a little bit. I don't know. I'm rambling and there's a lot of noises behind me. I keep thinking that I see somebody back in that doorway. I think Handycam has a good view of the doorway. I feel like so on edge. And I have like butterflies in my tummy. Phasm cam beeps. They gotta, I don't know. It's not okay. I don't know why it has to record in 10-minute increments and why it can't just record all the way through. It looks so hazy back in that doorway, like somebody's standing there. I'm pretty sure I've explained it to you guys before, but like the way I see spirits, and yeah, the way I see spirits is like you're looking through cellophane, like you're looking through plastic wrap. And my mom was like, oh yeah, like the Predator. So I try to describe it like that. It's not that dramatic. It's more like there's like this sheet of actual plastic wrap in front of you, and you can see like or like a bubble, how it's like see-through, but you can see, I don't know how to explain it, that iridescence to it or something. Is that the word? I don't know. And like the little slight bit of movement, even though you're not seeing a figure or something. I don't know how to completely describe it, but I keep seeing that over back by that doorway. And that's like the exact way that I see spirits, and I really feel like there's someone standing over there. Truly. I feel like there's somebody right behind me now too, actually. Right here. I swear to you guys, like, I don't feel like that's just my mind playing tricks on me. because that's the visual manifestation I see when I see a spirit. Okay, I'm spooked a little. I feel like I've only been doing this for like 10 minutes, and I feel like that's enough time. 15 minutes. Yeah, that's probably good, right? Right. I'm gonna go walk around. I feel nauseous all of a sudden. Ooh, I feel nauseous. I'm gonna go take my final EVPs. I'm gonna probably be pretty soft-spoken and as quiet as I can be because it is past 3 a.m. right now. It's 3:15. I start the investigation looking pretty good, and I end the investigation looking like goth Adam Sandler. Alright, about to go out. And for whatever reason, I'm always more nervous to go around where there could be alive humans, real people. I'd always rather have the ghosts than real, living, breathing humans. I also just don't want to get yelled at because it's late. Sounds like there's a vacuum in that room 24/7. The Boulder investigators got their EVP in the stairwell. Who is the woman in white that walks around the 5th floor? Why did you tell myself and the other investigators to be careful? Why did you say be careful? Gonna go down to the 3rd floor and take a few more. Almost tripped. There's loud-ish music in the lobby, so I'm gonna go to the back end so it doesn't pick up. Okay. I don't want to get too close to the room, but that is 304, and that's 302. I think they changed the rooms around from how they used to be, though. So I'm gonna go by the elevator so it's not so loud. What is your name? If this is Lou Pfeiffer, is there anything you want to share about your story? Did you do it intentionally, or was there foul play? hotel's investigators to be careful. Okay. They say it's 302 and 304. That's 302. 304 is on the end. Is this where it happened? Can I ask why? What's your name? If you could tell one thing to anybody who wants to do this to themselves, what would you say? Is there anything I can do to help you while I'm here? Let's go back to the room and listen to the EVPs. This chair is so cool. Alright, let's go ahead and listen to these back. There's something. That's something.
What is your name?
There's a man's voice. There's definitely something on this one too. I don't think I did anything on that one. There's something there. Yes, there's something right there. I just can tell that it's like a voice, but I can't hear it good enough to know what they're saying yet. This is the one by the exit, the fire escape. There's something on that one. There's something on like most of the recordings, but I can hear that somebody tried to say something, but I cannot make it out right now with how quiet that audio is. I need to start bringing headphones with me on these investigations, but I'll go home and enhance the audio, and if I can pick anything up, I will add that now. If I didn't add anything, then I wasn't able to pick anything up. But I think that's going to be the end of the investigation for tonight. I do want to end this by saying, if you or a loved one has thoughts about harming yourself or not wanting to be here anymore, please, please, please let somebody you love know, let a professional know, and just take care of yourself. You matter so much, and you're worthy of living. I wish I still had my best friend here, and I would have done anything in this world to have him here still. And you have people that love you that would be so heartbroken over it. And not only that, but there's still so many beautiful things in life. There's so many pretty flowers to see and creaky historic buildings. There's a voice. I hope that picked up. There's so many candies to try, just like the little things, so many sunsets to watch, so many funny drunk people to laugh at. I don't know, like there's so many little things, and it's so easy to overlook those little things when we feel really down, but just find something, even one thing that makes you glad that you woke up every day. You matter so much, and I love you, and just please stay safe, everybody. I know there's been a lot of sensitive subjects lately, so just please take care of yourself. And with that, I'm actually gonna go get ready for bed, and if anything happens throughout the night, or morning, I guess now, it's 4:30, right? It's almost 4, it's 3:50. So I'm gonna go get ready for bed, and then if anything happens, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, if anything happens on my security cam while I'm sleeping, there's like been so many people who say that they feel like somebody's sitting at the end of their bed, or they see somebody sitting at the end of their bed. So I'm gonna plug in that cam and have that going while I sleep, if I end up sleeping at all, or at least while I'm sitting there playing on my phone or whatever. So I'll put that next, and I will do a recap in the morning to let you know if I noticed anything or whatever. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I don't know why I did that with my hand, but good morning. I did not sleep. I kind of just tossed and turned. I had a lot of back pain and stuff and just wasn't feeling too good. Nothing too crazy of note. I got really emotional at some point this morning, and I don't know if that's from lack of sleep or the energy here, or both, but that's really the only thing of note. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more like this, please make sure to like and subscribe so that we can continue to grow our Phantom fam. I will see you guys next Friday for another episode of Solitary Spooktober. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye guys.